Hello everyone. So my name is Deo, and in this video is really special because I really like the topics, and the topic is really interesting because I'm gonna discussing about the Ruangguru class of champions, leisure industry within the competition. Hmm. By hearing the titles, it's really interesting, I think, and also the class of champions itself is really famous back in 2024. Like almost all people in Indonesia is talking about this program. It's really famous. It appears on every social media, especially for me. Like almost all of my social media is appears with this shows with the like contestants and stuff. And this program is also motivates me to be a good student and yeah, to learn more and study harder. So before we jump into the main topic or main discussion, I'm gonna give all of you a little bit of introduction maybe about the class of champions. So the class of champions is produced by Ruangguru. So basically Ruangguru is like a educational technology uh, that is the biggest in Indonesia that provide like a lot of services that based on the education because they are running on the educations, so they create the class of champions. So this program is aired on 29th of June until 17th of August 2024 for the first season. And then after 1 year, they come back at the exact date. Wow, that's really interesting because they are come back in the exact date, which is in the 29th of June 2025. Wow, it's cool. And also, the broadcast platform for this program, they're using the Ruangguru applications, yeah, of course, because they have their own applications, and also the official YouTube page of Ruangguru. So far, based on the first season, this program it has 11 episodes, and so far they already have two seasons. And the category of this program is reality show, variety shows, and kind of competition shows. So that was a little bit of introduction of the class of champions by Irwan Guru. And then we will jump to the discussion. Yeah. So the first one is the relevant problem that occurs in this kind of case study. So Ruangguru class of champions, they are turning education into a commercial leisure product through packaging the academic competitions as an entertaining content that can enjoy by wide variety of mass of audience, but mostly they are targeting the younger generation like students, but not all of student basically. A lot of students, but yeah, a lot of people like this program, including me. So now we jump into the theory or concept that will be used to examine or discussing the topic about the class of champions in leisure industry. So I chooses the leisure industry specifically in the leisure and consumption. So it's based on the Chris Rojek's book, A Handbook of Leisure Studies. So basically, leisure in general, it can be defined as free. You're not doing anything. It's freedom. You're free from work. But this kind of free, it changes, slightly changes in this modern capitalist society. In this modern society, leisure is more highly commercialized and commodified, and it became an industry where experiences are packaged, marketed, and also consumed like certain kind of products that everyone can consume, can enjoy, and stuff. Therefore, leisure is no longer purely as a voluntary or free or freedom and stuff. But it is shaped by the market forces, corporate interests, and also the consumer culture. So, next, there are 2 points in here. The first one is leisure as commodity and also the leisure as spectacles. So, leisure as commodity, it can be defined that leisure in here is change. It is change in this era into some kind of media consumption that are produced and sold to the customers. And it is including like the entertainment industries and also the cultural industries and several similar other things. And the second one, leisure spectacles. Leisure spectacle means that the leisure is made to attract the mass audience. So in here they want to gain more awareness from a lot of people. A lot of people want to a lot of people need to know about this kind of leisure. They should know about this. Like some kind of company creating something or turning something serious or educational into some kind of media that can make people happy, that make people enjoy, that can entertain the peoples, entertain the audience, some kind of stuff. So the leisure and consumption are tailored in this capital system where the leisure is market driven experience and it is shaped by consumption, marketing, and social control. So now we jump into the case description of Ruangguru class of champion. So basically, Ruangguru class of champions is a really big groundbreaking in the Indonesian entertainment reality game show because the shows is an adaptation from the Korean version of the shows. Like the title is University War, and then it brought and adapted by the Ruangguru. And the shows is blending the education and entertainment by showcasing like the top students to compete each other. And in the shows, they brought together like 50 university students, 50 top university students from 21 universities across Indonesia and abroad. Among other participants, 40 of them were came from the top Indonesian university, including from the University in Indonesia and also the Institute Teknologi Bandung. And the remain students that came from abroad, they coming from top universities like NUS, NTU, and even Oxford. And for those Indonesian students from abroad, they came in the second episode until it's finished. So in here in the shows, the contestants compete individually and also in team formats through some kind of series of intellectual demanding challenges that has been designed to test their logics and then their their calculations and then special reasoning, memory, and problem solving skills that require their quick thinking and precision under time constraint. So basically, they have a time limit for every kind of session. And Class of Champions was broadcast primarily via Ruangguru's digital platforms, including their applications and also their official YouTube channels. So it makes this shows is accessible for wide audience like students, parents, and even the educator nationwide. The show formats and production values were designed to engage viewer by combining the thrill of competition with educational content, positioning academic achievement as a form of prestigious leisure and entertainment, of course. Basically, not only the main show itself, which is the class of champions, being the leisure consumption of people, but the surface of Ruangguru, like the live teaching that taught by the contestant of class of champion, is also being the leisure consumption in here because the audience can enjoy their leisure time while watching the tutorial class that taught by the contestant of class of champion. Because when the class of champions is aired, it is aired when the school holidays. So every student is still on their leisure time. So in here, Ruangguru is taking advantage to use this kind of program as a motivation for the students to learning more by joining the live teaching with the contestant of Class of Champions. So the students not only enjoying their leisure time by playing gadgets with no context, but they can play their gadget while learning with the contestant of Class of Champions. So, because previously we just talked about the case description, in here we got into the analysis section about the Class of Champions by Ruangguru. So basically, Class of Champions by Ruangguru commodifies educations by transforming academic competitions into an entertainment that can be consumed by a lot of viewers. It is creating a new leisure market where knowledge became a product to be bought, sold, and also enjoyed by the viewers. Reflects the broader trend of edutainment in the leisure industry. So, Ruangguru as a corporate educational technology platform market this content strategically to engage students, parents, and educators that blending education with leisure consumption. Ruangguru strategically markets the class of champion as an attractive leisure product by creatively packaging it to shows to appeals to Indonesian youths, especially those who are active social media users like in Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube users. So before the show aired, Ruang Guru is already introduced about the contestant with their impressive academics profile, highlighting their GPA, their university, their achievement, and etc. through their social media with kind of social media posts that generated tens of thousands of likes and positive comments in here. This marketing approach turned academic excellence into a consumable spectacles, making educational content trendy and desirable among the teenagers and youth. And beyond the show, by offering free tutorial classes led by the contestant themselves and encouraging followers to create content discussing and competing and problem solving strategies. By these strategies, it is create a leisure ecosystem where viewers actively consume and participate and also produce related content, reinforcing Ruang Guru's dominance in the educational leisure market. So now here's the last part of this discussion, I guess. So about the conclusion. So to conclude all of this, Ruangguru class of champions is illustrate how the leisure, particularly the educational leisure, is commodified and transformed into a market-driven spectacles within a capitalist system. By packing academic competitive as an entertaining content and strategically marketing it is through their social media, Ruangguru turns education into a consumable product that appeals to youth audience. This approach creates a leisure ecosystems where viewers actively consume and engage with the educational entertainment. This reflecting the broader trend of leisure being shaped by the corporate interest, consumption, and also the social control rather than being remain purely voluntary or free. So that's all the presentation or discussion from me. Thank you so much, and I hope this video is useful for you. And bye.